Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Meg's Movies. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and to today's video, so let's get into it. Okay, so I am finally doing a review for this. I saw this Monday actually, and it is now Friday, so a bit late on the review. But here it is, my review for The Monkey. Yes, I saw this on Monday with Evander, Toby, Georgia, Lana and his mum. This was a kind of spur of the moment thing. We did think about going to the cinema because we had these view voucher things because there was an issue in January that we had. And so we decided all to go and see The Monkey because we all hadn't seen it and it was one we wanted to see. So we figured, why not? Why not end the Blu-ray hunting day with a cinema viewing? Okay, so just to give you a very basic plot summary, we are following the character of Hal, played by Theo James, who inherits this little toy monkey. You know those little monkey drummer toys that you wind up and it just goes doom, 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 doom. He ends up inheriting it throughout his family. And let's just say the monkey isn't all good. That's all I'm going to say on that. I do try and stay as spoiler free as I possibly can with this. It is a horror movie, so if you are someone that doesn't like horror movies, you're probably not going to enjoy this one. But if you're someone that does, you might enjoy it, you might not. I know we all had sort of mixed feelings amongst us. So where I think it was like Toby and Evander really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but there were certain things that were just meh for me. So let's just get into my review. So I'm going to start with my negatives because I always try and do negative first and then end on a positive. And so my two sort of negatives, there's like one big one and then there's one small one, and that's it. But the big negative for me is the script. I don't know why, but I just didn't like the script. Maybe there was too much swearing, maybe it was the way that they worded things, how they said things. I don't know, but to me the script wasn't all that great and it kind of took me out of the film a little bit, just being completely honest. And so I don't know why, I think the idea for the film was great and I think the characters were great, I think the acting was great, but it's just the script. Something about the script just didn't feel right to me, and it's kind of sad really because like I said, I did enjoy this film. So for the script to have a bit of a knock-on effect and a big effect on me, that is saying something. But my only little negative is that I did find the pacing to be a little bit odd. It was sort of like it would go slow, then it would pick up, then it would go slow, then it would pick up. So for me, it was just sort of like the pacing and just the pacing and the script. They were my two sort of main issues. I didn't really have any other issues with it. So that's the negatives. This is what I mean by it. It's just very basic negatives. But onto the positives. Theo James, I liked his character. I think the only other thing I'd seen him in was Divergent. So to see him in something other than that was quite nice. I like the fact that he's playing twins. That must have been tough for him. Because I think it's always tough when an actor has got to play a twin. Because to me, you've then got to try and make it so that the personalities or the performances are different in a way. And sometimes they can do really well, sometimes they can do okay, and then other times not so great. I mean, a big one for that would be sort of like Nina Dobrev when she had to play multiple versions of Catherine and Elena, Katerina, like all of those characters. She did pretty well because you could tell who was who, which was quite good. But Theo did a really good job. The other actors in this, I think, did really well, especially the one that played Hal's kid. The plot was really good, I must admit. It's certainly based on the Stephen King book, which, to be honest, when it comes to Stephen King movies, some of them are hits, some of them are misses. But this one, I kind of liked it. I've never read any of his books, and I probably won't because I'm not a massive book reader myself. So I don't know how specific this film is to the Stephen King book. But I like the fact that Stephen King does horror. That's nice. It's very specific and I like it. But the fact that it's about a toy monkey and just, you never know what's going to happen when the toy monkey hits the drum. And then obviously throughout the film, you then learn exactly what happens. But I will say one of my favourite things about this is the deaths. They go to pretty extreme lengths, and it's nice to see something different. It's not your typical stabbing, hanging, all of that. It's unique things, and it's things you never think would happen, and then they did. There was one that was rather funny. I'm not going to say what one it is, but I will say we were all laughing, because to be honest, it was hilarious how it was done. It is one I would watch again, because I do feel like maybe now that I've seen it, kind of like with a few other movies from this year so far, maybe when I rewatch it, I might find myself enjoying it a bit more second time round. But I will say, I'm glad I got to see it on the big screen. It's one of those that, because of how the deaths were and sort of like the plot of the movie, I liked that. So seeing that on the big screen was really nice. And getting to see it with a group of friends was nice as well. And just, yeah, it was a decent film. It was a good horror film. Not as good as Companion. For me, that is still the best horror movie we've gotten so far this year. Obviously, there's still Final Destination Bloodlines and some other ones coming out, so that might all change. But yeah, it's an okay Stephen King movie. It's not one of my favourites, I must admit. I think for me, it's more like it and The Shining. I still haven't seen a lot of the other Stephen King movies. Still need to watch those actually, and I will do eventually, because I would like to do a Stephen King movie ranking, because there are a lot of his books that have been adapted to movies, so I think that's sort of like its own little genre, really, is Stephen King movies. Like, that's its own little movie genre in a weird way. But no, overall, a pretty decent horror film, not the worst. Like I said, I did enjoy most of it, but it's just the script and the pacing. Aside from that, I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. Would I add it to my collection? I don't know. Like I said, I think it might be, I watch it a second time, then maybe I might add it. We'll see. We'll see. And I say a lot. I do apologise. But I would recommend it to people just as sort of like a one-off, maybe, as to sort of like if you're happy to watch it at home, or if you do have it in the cinema, watch it then. I still think it should be experienced on the big screen just because it is fun with the deaths. But I don't know. It's one of those ones that, like I said, we all had mixed feelings coming out of that film. I feel like I might have been the only one that weren't like overly enjoyed it like the others. But I do enjoy it nonetheless. Bit of a conflicting review, really, isn't it? Okay, so my final score for this film is a 7 out of 10. Like I said, I still really enjoyed it, but I think maybe if the script had been different, or maybe the pacing had been different, because I did find myself at points getting a little bit, you know, I kind of stopped and I was sort of like, really enjoyed it, then meh, really enjoyed it, then meh. Then it would have been a higher score, because I did quite enjoy it, but 7 out of 10 is still a pretty good score to me. But yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this review of The Monkey. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell down below to be notified when I post. And leave me your comments and thoughts on The Monkey. Have you seen it? Did you enjoy it? Do you still need to watch it? Did you not like it? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know your favourite Stephen King movie. I'd love to know which one's your favourite. I feel like a lot of people might go for The Shining or It, or what other popular ones I can think of. Misery. You know, I'd love to know what your favourite is. But yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!